world. Things have changed drastically. We keep hearing that things after COVID will never be the same. Our working is completely changed and different. What has changed, I think, what I'm seeing is that the balance has shifted from the business to the employee, and the taking care of the employee and taking care of the people. I think the business owners have realized that it's all about their people and how they have to really take care of their people. Now, the thing is keeping that balance, because the big pain now for any business is, the big question is, are we going to be able to survive this? Are we going to be able to survive this economic situation? So you want to take care of your people, but if you overprotect your people, you don't want to end up killing the business. If you kill the business, you've killed the employee as well. So keeping that balance, and what the trends and the way of working that, how you take care of your people, is also changing completely. The skills that are required now of the managers, it's completely different. I was reading a study that was done recently by Gallup. The number one reason why people leave a company is that they don't feel that their managers are supporting them. And that is even now a much bigger reason. And that's why the skills that are required of managers in these kinds of situations are completely new skills. Things like they really need to be half psychologists, half therapists. They have to have a lot of people skills, have to have really good communication skills, the ability to connect to people, to talk, to bring out more, make people more comfortable. These are the kinds of skills that were not really very important in managers previous to this, but this is coming out now a lot more than before.
It seems like culture is going to be paramount importance going forward. To me, it seems like there was even before the pandemic, there was a lot written about the need to have a healthy culture. And I just wonder, Rana, I'll ask you to start on this, but given the global pandemic, the threat of a second wave of pandemic, and all kinds of other uncertainties, like the US election, in UK, the Brexit, in Middle East, the collapse of the oil price, hierarchical structures, all those things, how are leaders going to try to make sure that they maintain a focus on healthy culture? Because there are going to be so many other big challenges all coming to them from all directions. But to me, it seems like culture is going to be the glue which holds everything together. And in your view, how are they going to do that?
So let's start from the basic. First of all, when we talk about an organizational culture, we're talking about behavior. So we're talking about two aspects of that. We're talking about the behavior of staff, the people, your people, what they do and how they do certain things. And then you've got the organization and how it behaves, which is the systems and the procedures that are in place. What happened with this pandemic, it really brought out how important that culture is. The organizations, and I've seen it with some of my clients, the ones that had really invested in building their organizational culture, the companies that were clear of the systems, but also what was the values of that organization and how they would live them. They found that it wasn't the building that brought them together that really made the company. So they were able to really carry the company through this, and were able to adjust to the changing circumstances a lot faster and a lot easier than others who had a lot more controls but hadn't paid a lot of attention to the behavior, to the values of why do we exist and how do we live that existence, the reason why we are here. Those are the companies who have found that they are struggling a lot more. And especially when you've got staff working from different places. How do you bring them together? What ties them together? That is all about the organizational culture. And that is why now the leaders have got to have those certain attributes and way of behaving that is much more important than it used to be. The human skills, the communications, the showing vulnerability, the hero of the leader, that the one that knows everything and has all of the answers. I don't think that applies anymore. We want the human touch. We want the vulnerable leader who can come and tell us, okay, I don't have all of the answers, but I have a way of how we are going to get out of this. I need to hear from you. I need to hear your thoughts, and together we can come to the right answer to take us out of this.